Welcome everyone to episode number 11 of Kicks at the Castle, a podcast by three sneakerheads dedicated to that Disney lifestyle. As Walt would say to all who listen to this happy podcast, welcome. My name is John and I'll be your host. And I'm joined by the rest of the Kicks at the Castle team. I got Matt.
Yo, what's going on, everybody?
And I got my man Irv.
Yo, what's good?
All right, man. It's just the squad this week, but we got plenty to talk about. We got a great show lined up. We've got our regular Fit of the Week feature. In our World versus Land, we're going to talk about the ride cues. We're going to get into Nike QC and our top 3 pickups of the year so far. Then I'm going to unload 9 days worth of Disney vacation on you guys. And then we're going to talk about the first Kicks at the Castle meetup. But first, let's jump into pickups. Who wants to lead off? Who's got something fun to talk about?
Well, I got something as soon as I got home today. It was waiting on me. So I just cut open the box.
Let's see it, man. What you got?
Okay.
That looks like an elephant print on that box, man.
Yeah, man. For those that don't know, I am definitely a Air Max 1 fan, but it's John's fault that I keep buying all these Jordans. It's like my third pair. I'm definitely gonna blame here for these.
Not just any Jordan though.
Oh, just the
specifically
Jordan 3. There we go.
Yes, sir.
Well,
wait.
This is
Are we
squad. We got squad shoe. Squad shoe.
Oh man, we got triplets over here.
Nice.
Oh man,
Racer Blue Jordan 3.
Man, this is my first time seeing them in person. These are nice.
I haven't even opened my box yet. It was waiting for me when I got home this morning.
So yeah, I got these.
How do you like that dark elephant print?
I like it. I actually like it better than the light, and it's supposed to be like 3M reflective, right?
Oh, I don't know. I haven't even haven't messed with it. I'll have to check that out.
I think I read that on there, so I'll see later. But yeah, I like it.
Can I take a picture with flash on real quick?
Yeah, put some flash on just to check it out.
And I did get it. I think last week I talked about the limeades I had got.
Yes.
And I picked up the lemonades.
Nice.
And like we talked about with Erica, I actually got a real good deal on these. I waited and it was bodega.com. They had July 4th sale, and I ended up getting these for $100. They retails like $140. So yeah, it was a good pickup. I was waited on them and I got them, so I'm pretty excited about those, man.
Man, bargain's hard to find.
Yeah, I try to wait it out. And it kind of balances out when I buy like retail or above retail sometimes. Like, man, I got a good deal on these. So, the next ones I can go 40, 50 over. Yeah. If I have to,
I hear that. All right. So Matt, Irv kind of stole both of our thunder. You got anything else, buddy? Or
Well, I kind of, not gonna lie, I have a Chris Catalunya week.
Oh wow.
So, if you want to go first, and then
I'll go. Let me get out of your way. All right. So
I like how Chris Catalunya has like his own like
category. Yes.
Yeah, category.
Yeah. If you've got one for every day. So I'm not gonna pull my shoe out, but I'm gonna tell the cop story of this. So this dropped on Saturday at 10 o'clock Disney World time, and at that time I was in Hollywood Studios in Toy Story Mania. So that is my Toy Story Mania shoe. The Wi-Fi inside that building blows because I was trying to mobile order my breakfast so that I could have that, and it kept cutting out. And I get in the ride vehicle and my alarm starts going off on my phone, which meant I had 5 minutes before the sneaker draw started. So I'm like, all right, the ride probably take, I don't know, 7 or 8 minutes. I figured I'd be fine, which I was. Go through the ride, get that, couldn't get it to take. I had to like run out of the building to submit for the draw. I had my phone, I had my work phone with me, and then I went back into the gift shop and grabbed my wife's phone and submitted on hers. And so I ended up getting it on my work phone. So those are my vacation cop. Those will never be sold because I know exactly where I was when I got it. And I did, it's funny as I was riding with some locals and they were talking smack to me, and I ended up having the highest score in the vehicle. So I had that on them too.
That's a good day, man.
It was a good day. So I got a couple other assorted pickups. I know we keep it Disney or shoes. One of my vacation things is I like to get the Ray-Bans from the sunglass shop in Magic Kingdom. So I picked up a new pair of Ray-Bans.
They sell Ray-Bans at Magic Kingdom?
Yeah, there's right by the Magic Carpets. They have a sunglass.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah,
Man,
you're right. You're
When I
right.
was there 2 years ago, I got a pair, and so I was gonna buy a pair last year when I went get another one, and so I went. That was actually first day I went and did that. That was one of the first things I bought when I was in Disney World. And then this was an epic hunt. My man Griffin showed me that they had these soap dispensers at Epcot. Of course, he didn't get me one, but he only took care of himself. So I chased those for about 4 or 5 days. I was able to track those down at the Emporium on Main Street the day I left. So I was pretty stoked on that. I picked up a Mickey Mouse Tommy Bahama shirt from Disney Springs, which was also very expensive. So everything I bought was super expensive, except for the soap dispenser. And of course, I got this guy
Nice.
Oh yeah.
because we don't have that here.
People
I think,
mover
I think it
toy.
actually works.
Oh yeah.
So I got a new
Sweet.
desk toy. So that was my wife and daughter bought all kinds of stuff. I got like 4 things. So anyway, that was my cops. Oh wait, no, that is not my cops for the week. When I was at Epcot on Tuesday, I bought tickets to Oogie Boogie Bash, which is the Halloween party for California. And then I also today bought a 3-day Disney SoCal park hopper. And I'm looking at your faces and it looks like you guys froze. So am I talking to myself again? I feel like I'm talking to myself. I'm definitely talking to myself. Wait, you're back? Are you back? Are you there? There you go.
One of his kids probably watching YouTube.
I got Oogie Boogie Bash tickets.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So I picked those up at Epcot, and then today I bought they had a deal for 3-day park hoppers for Southern California residents. So I bought a 3-day park hopper. So I got some more Disney fun. So I got like 5 Disney days lined up through October right now. So best we can do out here without the passes. Man, they're just getting me. Man, I've been spending a lot of money on tickets. Spent a lot of money.
How long did you have to wait, like in queue, to get the Oogie Boogie Bash?
Okay, so that was the thing. So they went on sale Tuesday as at Epcot, my last full day, and I said I'm not going to waste hours on the phone. I'm not doing it. So I checked periodically throughout the day, and when I got it would give you the over an hour wait, over the hour wait, and I'd just click it off. And I was messaging my friend Miguel, and I was asking him if any dates were sold out, and he said no. He was kind of keeping me posted. He said that a lot of people were getting to the checkout and they weren't able to complete the checkout, so it was sounded like it was a disaster. But we were going in. It must have been late because we were going in to ride Living with the Land. It was after dinner, so it was probably 7:00, and I logged in 7. It was probably, I think it was more like 8, because I did all those rides. Man, I did every single ride from between 8 and 10. The lines were just, most of them were walk on. But yeah, I got the tickets as I was walking down to Living in the Land. And at that point, I think every day was available except for maybe Halloween. So and they sent an email out today, so maybe maybe they're not selling as well as they thought. They were spendy. I think it was $600. That sound right? $600, close to it for a family of 4. And that's like to get in the park at like 2. It was not cheap. Yeah, because my son actually likes the Halloween party, so it's gonna be full squad for a Halloween party.
All the birds.
Yep, man, we're gonna have a good time. We're gonna have a good time. So anyway, all right. So let's see the Chris Catalunya haul. Bring it on, Matt.
My Chris Catalunya week. You guys ready?
I'm ready.
Let's do it.
All right. Well, I mean, we're gonna start off with these since everyone else.
Yep.
Racer Blue Air Jordan 3s. Just gonna keep going. Got the Supreme Cause box logo.
Very nice. I just bought one of those on StockX for my son for taking care of the dogs for the week. So I got a red one of those coming.
Nice. Yeah, resale is not bad on them.
No, it was, I got
under like
after
$100.
fees. After fees, it was under $100.
Yeah. That's not bad at all.
Yeah.
Next one, Air Jordan 6 Golden Hoops.
Okay.
Oh, that was nice.
Yeah, really clean. Just gonna keep going.
I like how you have them unboxed already.
Yeah.
Ready to go.
Air Jordan 4, white Oreo,
There it
or
is.
tech white, however you want to take it.
That's a clean shoe too, man.
Let's see. We'll go with these.
Oh yeah.
Print,
Oh yeah.
United white, what? Yeah. What is it? The chili red. he calls it.
I gotta jump on board with that. I gotta get
Yeah,
in.
man. Yeah, these are super, super clean. And lastly, we got I know, John, you don't like these.
You know what? I don't, but I told you guys, if I get them, I'm keeping them.
Yeah. But yeah, Nike blessed me with early access. So I actually copped 2 pairs. I got GS pair and a men's pair.
That heel's
honestly, yeah, I wasn't really feeling these at first, but as soon as I opened them up, I was like, dang, these are actually kind of fire.
You need to take those over to Sneak Prints, see if you can paint the heel and the ankle wrap black.
So they look like the 1.0 shattered backboards.
Yes.
Yeah, that's once I get my size, I'm definitely gonna do that custom for sure. I wasn't expecting.
I like that there. I like the orange there.
See, I wasn't expecting it to be like really shiny.
Okay, now so you're talking for the people listening.
It's really shiny. It's like metallic almost.
Right. That's the orange around the collar above the heel strap.
But honestly, yeah, if I get my size, I'm definitely gonna do a shattered backboard 1.0 custom and save me $1,000.
Yeah, those are cool for sure. Like I don't like them as it is, but it's definitely a good shoe.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's it for pickups for me. That's my Chris Catalunya week.
All right, so so that white Oreo, how's the quality?
So the men's pair came not bad. The men's pair is pretty solid. There's no like glue stains or anything like that. But the GS pair that I got, which I already sold, was like terrible. It passed eBay authentication, so I don't know how. I was just like, whatever. I'm just gonna send it in. If they say anything, I'm just gonna blame it on Nike. But yeah, there was glue stains everywhere on the back. I did take pictures, so I'm gonna post in the YouTube video. But like the back heel had like scuffs, and then the left toe was basically creased. And like the paint was just like, it looked like it was splattered everywhere. I was like, man, like, and I got them from Foot Locker, and I tried getting a refund, but they're like, well, we can give you a refund, but you're gonna have to give it back to us. And then I was just like, I'm just gonna sell it on eBay.
Yeah, I had the same problem with the Fire Red 4s. I got those just before Christmas, and the toe boxes between the two shoes don't even have the same shape.
Yeah,
it's something that most people aren't going to pick it up if you're wearing them. They're not going to see it. But and then like my Cool Gray 3s, the toe area had a different color, like, or a different texture. One was very pebbled and one was almost smooth. And then I've heard of those Cloud Air Maxes having pin marks on them. It feels like the QC from Nike has been pretty suspect. I don't know if some of these, is it the numbers, like if some of the shoes, if they're getting the bigger production runs, are they not having as close eye on it? It makes me wonder what's going on.
Yeah, who knows? But I feel like just from like within like the past like couple years, like the QC for Nike has gone like downhill. Like they just don't care anymore.
Well, I mean, Irv, you've probably bought 100 pair of Air Max in the last 2 years. You had any problems with your Air Maxes?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I can say that I'll definitely get a shoe and then have like, excess glue around the toe area, around the heel. And I mean, I don't really get too picky about stuff like that because, what I mean, like you say, most people won't notice it when you're wearing them. And, 9 times out of 10, I'm going to keep them. I'm not going to sell them. But when you think about how much money, you spend on a product, you want it to be like, perfect. And they're definitely not trying to make it perfect. It's like they're just trying to get them out the door.
Yeah. I mean, especially like, for me, I was super excited to get those Fire Red 4s, and you get them in hand, you're like,
yeah,
man.
Like, and what are you going to do? Foot Locker will take them back, but that's not going to help me.
No, especially a shoe like that, because then the shoe's gone and it's like, well, bro, I want my shoes. I just wanted them to look the right way.
No, I feel like there was some other issues. Some other shoes had issues. I can't remember what they were, but it just feels like, it feels like I'm hearing more and more about it lately.
At like the Carmine sixes, for example.
Yeah,
Like
the
almost
bleeding.
like
With the
yeah,
bleeding of the red. Yeah. Yeah.
like the midsole was like pink, basically. Which I did actually get. I don't know if I took a picture of it or not. I did get it was like one of those Jordan Reserve days
Uh-huh.
where they like
Oh,
restocked
where
on
they
a whole bunch
restock a
of
bunch of different ones.
yeah. And I got a pair and the sole came pink.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
I ended up grabbing a pair when I was on vacation in Palm Springs. They were just sitting on the shelf and they were fine.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's hit. It seems like some of that stuff's hit or miss. I mean, I don't know how many factories they make stuff in. It's yeah, I don't think they release that kind of data with what they're doing, but it just feel it's just a shame. You feel like you got lucky and you got a win, and then you're like, it takes a little of the shine off of it. It's kind of unfortunate. All right, so one other thing, I know you posted it on the Kicks at the Castle thing, but I want everybody to remember that they saw it here first. The Wotherspoon by Adidas by Disney Jiminy Cricket. You know, we had the exclusive of that.
We got the tease.
Yeah, man.
It kind of worked out because that same week we aired the podcast, or I guess it was last episode, was like the next day, I guess they released the full photos.
Yeah. So what do you guys think of that new show? I mean, it's a new profile. I mean, or a new silhouette.
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
Oh yeah,
Fire.
I'm in love, man. I love them. Yeah, right. I'm definitely gonna cop a pair. I hope I can catch them when I catch them. But if I gotta pay resale, it kind of is what it is, man. I've already decided on those.
Honestly, yeah, I think I'm the same way. Like if I don't cop retail, I'm ready to pay resale.
So
Yeah.
for me, I don't love them, but I'm ready for a comfortable like shoe. Like, man, I'm telling you, I just got done with 8 days, and I think the first day I wore the Ultra Boost Goofies, and that was probably the most comfortable I was all day. So I'm ready for another Disney shoe that, you know, maybe isn't super hype, but definitely could put some miles on. Because yeah, I can tell you my feet were tired by the end of that haul. So it looks like it's a comfortable shoe, and so I think I'm willing to give it a shot. Not totally in love with the color scheme. It's got a lot going on.
I actually like it, man. I like loud shoes in general. So I kind of like the color scheme, and Jiminy Cricket is like my favorite character either way. So as soon as I saw that, I was like, oh yeah, I'll drop it. I'm good for them.
Yeah. All right. So did they give any release date with that, Matt? Did you hear about that or no?
I haven't seen no.
All
Me
right.
either.
We'll probably just ask Matt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Raji.
So
He probably knows.
yeah. So anyway, we'll keep after that. Maybe that'll be the next squad shoe.
Yeah. Right.
So then so next I'd like to talk about, I've been hearing everybody talk about their top 3 shoes so far of 2020, and I don't want to talk about shoes necessarily that we didn't get. So I was wondering, I wanted to ask you guys, what are your top 3 pickups so far this year? What would you rate? I mean, Irv, you probably bought 50 shoes. I don't know if you can even remember everything you bought.
Man. Well, I got the auto adapts, man. I love those.
Oh, okay.
That's like number one. This year, man.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I'm trying to think. Well, I really like those Tinkers.
Okay.
I like the Tinker. I've worn those probably like 3 times in the last week, and I hardly ever like repeat like that. But I really like that shoe. I like the way it looks. I like the way it feels.
So I saw you clean them the other day. They clean up good for you?
Yeah, man. Yeah, they clean up good. I was kind of afraid with the red suede part, but no problem. They look just like I took them out the box. So I'm cool with those. If I had to pick one more pair, I don't really know. I don't know, man. The blue and gray AM1s. I really like that colorway. I like probably like all the ones I got. It's so like just simple, and I can wear with anything. So I'll say those 3: the auto adapts, the Tinker 3s, and my blue and gray MX1s.
Okay. All right. Nice. How about you, Matt?
As far as personal pairs, I haven't bought a lot of personal pairs this year. It's mostly just reselling, I guess. I would have to say, I mean, for personal pairs, I definitely say the Bape Adidas All Stars.
Oh yeah, that was a good pair.
Those are I still haven't even worn them yet. But yeah, those are probably like the best pickup for me. But just pickups in general, I say top 3 would have to be the Street Hawker SBs, dunk lows. The Sakai, I don't remember what they're called. They were green and yellow. I think they were the Tour yellows. I think that's what the colorway was called. And then the UNC 4s. Those were probably the top.
I was bummed I missed on the UNC fours. That's a good pair. I actually forgot
Yeah.
about those. So for me, I'm gonna say the Almanier threes, probably my favorite pair.
Solid.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
And I'm going to Disneyland Sunday and I'm wearing them. So you're gonna see they're going right to feet.
Did you bring them here to Disney World?
I didn't, and I thought about them every day. I'm like, oh man, I should have brought those. So I'm wearing those, and I just figured, you know what? There's no rain here, so it's not even a thing.
Yeah.
They'll be fine. I'm gonna say the natural gray ones, the highs. And then I'm gonna go with an old pair that didn't release this year. The Spider-Mans, the origin stories. That super happy to have that pair. I mean, wasn't even a new pair, got it used. Love that pair of shoes. So that's in my top 3 of personal pickups for the year, man. That's what I got so far this year. And I don't really have much on the horizon. Like I know that there's a lot of releases scheduled. The only thing I'm really chasing is the pollen ones, and that's because I'm a Steelers fan and it's got the right color scheme. So I'm going to Pittsburgh for Christmas. So I'd like to be wearing those on that trip. So that's really the only thing I've got in my head. I'm gonna try to slow down because it feels like Disney's sucking up a lot of money that they didn't take last year. Anyway, all right. So where are we at? Back to the schedule. Fit of the week. So Matt found one. I'm glad we got the proper credit. It's Breeze Day Off. Brianna is the fit of the week, and she's hanging out in Cars Land with the Syracuse Dunk Highs. Looks like possibly a vintage t-shirt as well. Can't go wrong with Cars Land. There's so many good photo spots in there. Anyway, nice picture. And that's a great shoe. I mean,
yeah, that dunk high, man, that Syracuse orange, that's nice. That's a nice shoe, right?
I've gone back. I've actually been looking at that so as I say that I'm not buying any more shoes. That's one that I've gone back and looked at a few times on StockX.
The highs are not bad.
They're not bad. I know that's the thing. If they were $500, I would just
yeah.
They're not bad. So it kind of keeps me.
That's when it's bad though, man. When the price is like right there, when you and mine spending it, I'm like, it's like, man, I shouldn't buy another pair, but it's such a good price. And
I don't know about you guys. I feel like I'm almost misled by the StockX price nowadays because it's like by the time you buy it and what they add, it's like another $70. I mean, it's, you put the shipping and the tax and then the other 6% on it. It's like, I mean, if it's an expensive shoe, that's a lot of money.
Agreed.
Yeah.
It's they really like, you thinking, oh, I'm buying that for $230. Oh no. Well, it's $300. Yeah. That's, I don't know, man. I need to, trying to think as I just, like I said, I just bought a shirt for my son off StockX, but I need to get off StockX for the rest of the year. I need to not buy anything resale. Yeah. See you next week, right?
Next week pickups.
See you next week. Yeah.
But it's for content,
Yeah. So anyway, so if you guys would like to be featured, just use the hashtag KicksattheCastle or tag us in your Disney fit pics, whether on property or not, and might be our fit of the week. So now we're on Land versus World, and each week we pick a landmark or an aspect of Walt Disney World or Disneyland Resort and decide which park has it better. And this week, I want to talk about ride queues, and I got some real strong opinions because I just spent 8 days walking through you guys' ride queues, and man, why don't we have what you guys have? Like, I don't get it. I mean, I'm going to start off, and I'm going to, probably make all of your arguments, but it's like at Disneyland, the queue is a place to wait to get on the ride, and at Disney World, the queue is the beginning of the storytelling and interactive, and it's got fans and shade. I mean, the freaking queues out here in Disneyland, they don't even have shade or a fan. I mean, I will say the Web Slingers ride feels like a Disney World queue because it's got shade interwoven in it. It's got different things to look at. It's got fans, but man, I tell you what, like you get down into Pandora, to go on the Navi ride. It's so cool in that area. I mean, it's not a big deal to be in that line because you're really not exposed. They're moving the air all around, and I
So
mean,
much
like,
to look at.
yeah, I mean, like the Slinky Dog queue. There's so much going on there. I mean, actually, so I actually got in line early. I went to the park before. I'd heard they were open the park before they opened, so I didn't have to wait out all the way by the Toy Story sign, because I was in the middle of the park at 8:30 when they started letting people go into the lands. So I only waited like 40 minutes. So I wasn't that far out of the actual queue itself. But you get again, it's got shade built in. There's so much going on. And it could go on and on. Peter Pan. You guys, queue is incredible because they did it so awesome at Disney World. It makes me sad because I waited in the Peter Pan ride the trip before I came out because I wanted to compare the two rides, which by the way, there's no comparison between those two rides. I don't know if you've ridden Peter Pan in California. You guys have a very awesome version of that ride. And what were the other ones that stuck out? The Winnie the Pooh ride. We have the exact same ride from probably the exact same year. And you guys have so much cool stuff going on in that queue, like the places for the kids to actually go play while the parents are waiting in line. We don't have that. I don't know, man. I've taken all the time. What do you guys think? Anybody want to stand up for California?
No. And when we talk about like what's better, Walt Disney World or Disneyland, like nobody thinks about these things. Everybody be like Disneyland. I'm like, bro, Disney World is so dope. And feel like this is an argument I need to bring up next time is the ride queues. Like the stuff they have out there, like you say, man, my kids are so entertained before they get into the ride. It's like, especially like Winnie the Pooh is the perfect example. Like they'll stay in line at Winnie the Pooh and not even ride the ride.
Yeah. Well, even like Big Thunder's got stuff going on in the queue. Like ours doesn't have anything. I'm still gonna say our Haunted Mansion's better than yours, but there are things to do in the queue. I mean, even through the graveyard. But again, that queue is completely shaded. Even when the rain comes, they take you down to that lower landing area that you've got shade all over the place. Man, when you're in California, you're baking. You're literally baking in that line. I mean, even as just a little matter of where the posts go, man, put umbrellas in, make an umbrella that they can hook the chains to. I mean, it's just, man, there's because it's so arid out here. There's a lot of time there's not any wind and there's just no moving air. And just the fact that you guys have fans in most of your queues is awesome. So.
I think the reason why Disney World's queues are so much better than Disneyland and why it's so like, I guess, interactive is because Disney World's capacity is like what they get in capacity is nowhere near compared to or Disneyland is nowhere near compared to
your wait times are probably longer,
World.
So you need more
exactly
in the lines.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. So I mean, like they have to, I guess, accommodate for the wait times and all that so
I get it,
have something to do.
But man, I could just tell you after spending a week in your guys' queue, I'm like, man, this is so nice. Like I was trying to think. And so here's an interesting thing for everybody who's listening. The longest line I waited in the entire week was an hour. And I did every ride. I mean, I can't think of a ride I didn't do. And the longest time I waited was an hour. And I probably did that a few times. I think Splash was pretty close to that. Navi River, honestly, I think was about the longest one, and that was an hour. I had a little hookup on Flight of the Passage, so that we won't count that one. Shout out to the cast member of the year. But yeah, no, I said the lines. If you plan it out, man, the lines weren't bad. I mean, we're talking summer. It's full on summer season for you guys, right? This is when the parks are the worst. And like I said, Epcot Tuesday night between 8 and closing, I did Figment, Living the Land, Soarin', Nemo, Spaceship Earth, and Test Track. Got them all done in under 2 hours.
You did Mission Space? You said that?
I did that in the morning. I actually I hit that was I walked in the park, went over there. I was drinking a Monster and I'm like, I'm gonna have a heart attack. I'm gonna freaking drink a Monster and jump on Mission Space.
You did Frozen too?
We did Frozen during the day. We didn't do it in the last 2 hours, but yeah, we hit it during the day. So
Is Play Disney still a thing? You guys know what that is?
I do. It
Yeah.
isn't I know Galaxy's Edge has a lot of stuff like that, like where you have the app.
Yeah.
And that's cool. And that's I was gonna say that, like Smuggler's Run is probably up there with one of the better queues, but it's the exact same queue you guys have. I mean, our Smugglers is no different than yours.
I mean, compared to like other queues, I feel like it's just a line. I mean, there's cool stuff to look at, but I feel like it's not interactive as the other queues.
Right. No, you're right. But you know what? I'm trying to think, like even like Tower of Terror, once you get in that little courtyard area, it's nice and cool in there. It's like the only bad part of the tower line is when it stretches out in front of the wall.
Yeah.
That was actually fun. I hadn't ridden Tower. It's been 2 years, so it was funny to get on there and what you forget, like how that cart gets out and moves around. My daughter definitely did not like it as well. She liked Guardians of the Galaxy.
How would you compare our Space Mountain to yours?
I agree with your assessment. Ours is more spinny and yours has a little drops going on. It is definitely a different feel. I only did it once. I hit that my first day it was towards the end of the day. The line was getting down. I don't even think it was a half hour. And that was someone gave me the cheat code on Mine Train because I did it at the end of the night, both nights, and it was at maybe a half hour both times. I think probably it was like 20 minutes one time and like a half hour the other time. And I will also say that the posted wait times were generally 15 minutes longer than what they actually were. I mean, I almost never got in a line and went, wow, damn, this is longer than they said. It's almost always faster. So, like that night when I was running around Epcot, it said Soarin' was 20 minutes. I literally didn't stop walking until I got up to watch the pre-show and go in. Like I got straight into a line. So I don't know. Same thing with Spaceship Earth was posted at 15 or 20 minutes and walked in and sat down.
I feel like that's another thing that Disney World has that Disneyland doesn't, are the pre-shows. Like Dinosaur.
Well, we have a pre-show, but it's not really it's a pre-show, but it's not for Indiana Jones. They showed the movie, the background about the tourists and stuff. So there is one. Smuggler's Run has a pre-show. The new Web Slingers ride has a pre-show. Guardians of the Galaxy has a pre-show, but I think that's it.
Flight of Passage pre-show is pretty cool.
Yes, it is. And I like that they do that because it almost breaks up the wait, because even like Guardians of the Galaxy, you do the pre-show and then you go through and then you wait and you probably have another 10 or 15 minute wait after you get done with the pre-show, but at least it breaks it up. Mm-hmm. breaks up the waiting. I really enjoyed it. If you haven't been to Disney World, if you're a Disneyland person, that's a very nice surprise. And if you are a Disney World person and you're coming to Disneyland, I apologize. Just suck it up
and wait outside.
Catch me outside. How about that?
Yeah, your Pirates queue is so cool, man. It's ours where you wrap around a concourse. I mean, it's like there's nothing themed about our Pirates line at all.
Oh, during Not So Scary Halloween Party, sometimes they have like scare actors.
I know. I went to the Halloween party 2 years ago and they had in the queue in one of the cells, they had a guy in there and he was talking to all the people as they came by, and they had a guy on the bridge.
Yeah,
he went under. That was super cool. Your guys' party was awesome. I will say that the Oogie Boogie Bash is very cool too. They have like the tree trails. It's a very different party, but it's super cool. They got a lot of stuff going on. So there's definitely, like I said, I spent a lot of money on those tickets. I obviously I felt there was value because I went 2 years ago and it was a good time. But anyway, all right, we're running on really long on this, but so anyway, that's the Land versus World. And let's get on property with our latest planned trips. Anybody go to Disneyland lately or Disney World lately?
I went to Epcot today.
Yeah, I saw you doing multiple takes of your Insta stories. How many beverages did you have today, Irv?
Oh man,
libations.
Like I brought like one from the house. So when we parked at Epcot, I like
you had a road beer.
Boom. I was like, wow, let's get the party started. And then I had like a drink, I think, in Germany, then like 2 margaritas in Mexico, and then like the rest of one of Tab's drinks. So like I was pretty live out there.
Man, it was hot today.
Man, it was so, and I mean, I felt like that's probably why I was drinking. It was so hot, bro. And I was like, man, it's burning up. But the kids, they soldiered on. They didn't whine too much. We didn't even.
Well, that's
we
because they
didn't
were
even
had almost in a sugar coma, probably with those donuts. Holy mackerel, man!
Man,
They're
so
probably, how'd you get them to bed? They must be bouncing off the walls.
they're pretty good about going to bed, honestly. I think because they on a pretty good schedule. They pretty much get up at the same time, go sleep at the same time, no matter what, for the most parts. And so like when we walked in the park, they got the food and wine festival little booklet, and I should have brought one to show. But so they kind of went through there, and then they stopped like right at the little donut box thing, and everybody decided that they wanted donuts, like that was going to be their snack for the day. And I said, cool, not knowing when I got over there, the donut was like big as my hand with chocolate M&Ms on it, and then like Twix stuck in the middle.
Oh man,
It looked awesome.
diabetes.
Hey, it was chocolate all over their faces, all over their hands. It was a mess, man. But they enjoyed it. I said we didn't even ride any rides today. We literally just like walked around. After they ate that, they literally was just like fine for the day.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
But more important question: what shoes did you wear?
I wore the Ken Griffey Air Max 90s. And I don't think I even shown those. I got them in the closet. And I like the Air Max 90. It's a real comfortable shoe. It's probably like, one of the ones I like to wear around a lot. And when I saw this model, I was like, well, it's a good excuse to, buy another pair of 90s Ken Griffey. And I like the baseball stitching on it, the mini swoosh. And it's a good shoe.
Like you need an excuse for another pair.
Listen, my birthday is next month. I want to buy like a certain pair of shoes, and after that, man, I'm really going to chill. I have to like.
I swear I heard somebody talking about that about 15 minutes ago. I don't remember. I
gotta calm down, man.
You gotta calm down.
It's like a sneakerhead's like
Just next one. I guess you gotta get the next one, and I'm good.
most said sayings from a sneakerhead. I got chill. I got chill.
No
More sneakers for a little bit.
I know my closet's getting full. I don't have as many open spots as I had before, that's for sure. So Matt, but how about you on property?
So all right, yeah. I did not go to Food and Wine. I'm actually going on Saturday, but I did go to Hollywood Studios today. This is probably a weird park day that I'm about to go over, but hope you guys are ready. But yeah, so woke up, made a random reservation to Studios, and obviously we didn't make the 7 a.m. Boarding group for Rise. So my girlfriend was like, all right, let's try to do the 1 p.m. So we didn't get there until about 12:45. As soon as we walked in, we got Starbucks and then chilled for a little bit. And then once it became 1, got the boarding group, which for the first time I got a backup boarding group.
Okay. Yeah.
You guys ever gotten that?
Yes, I have.
I was just like,
the you might be screwed boarding group.
Yeah. So I was just like, I guess we might be able to go on it. I'm not sure, but I was just like, all right, whatever. Let's just keep it. And then after that, we went to Backlot Express. We got some food. I got a Cuban sandwich. My girlfriend got the pita and hummus. And then we realized it was too hot, so we went back home. And we're just like, all right, we'll just wait. Maybe if we get the boarding group, we'll come back. So yeah, we just went home, chilled for a little bit. I actually went to the doctor's today. I had a doctor's appointment, so I got to check up. I'm telling you, it gets weird. So I went to the doctor's today. Like who do you know that goes to Disney and the doctors in the same day? But anyways, yeah, I got to check up.
Who gets a prostate exam and goes on Rise?
Yeah, so I go to the doctors, come back, watch an episode of iCarly. You guys are laughing, but the new season it's on Paramount. Like it's not made for kids, it's for adults. Like they cussing.
Oh,
Yeah. It's crazy. But yeah, it's pretty funny. But anyways, so yeah, after that, got the notification for Rise.
Okay.
So it was around like 6:50, I think. Yeah, 6:50. And then yeah, we went back and then we did Rise. And after that, we still had some time. And then we got in line for Slinky. And then after that, we got some we went over to Publix to get some Publix subs. For those who don't know, Publix has some fire subs in Florida.
Subs.
Yes, subs all day. And after that, came back here and now we're recording. So
That's a full
literally,
day.
yeah.
That was a full day. So I'm going to start with the end of my trip. Apparently, they're doing construction in Denver and they accidentally cut the power to the terminal. So the Denver airport was closed for a couple hours yesterday, which jacked with my flight. So I took off out of Orlando 2 hours late. And when I left Orlando, my connecting flight was supposed to leave 1 minute before I was supposed to land, but they hadn't fully finished adjusting everything. And so by the time I landed, I was watching it on the app. I had 40 minutes to catch my flight. So gonna get home, get in line. They lined everybody up for boarding because the plane lands. And I guess they didn't realize that the pilot that brought that plane in was done. And they were waiting for a pilot to come from another flight. And so just before 11 o'clock, they canceled my flight because the pilot couldn't get there soon enough because San Diego has a 12 o'clock curfew. So I got to spend last night in Denver's airport because they put me on a 5:30 flight. So I had to be back. So basically it was like 11:15 and I had to be back in the airport at 4. So we hung out in the terminal. So I'm on about 2-3 hours sleep right now because I had to work today. So I was on a plane out of Denver at 5:30 this morning. I was in San Diego by 6:30 and I was home by like 7:15. So yeah, that was the end of my Disney World trip. So I don't have a lot of thoughts put together about my park time. I will say the highlights were some of the dining. I had some really good meals. I had filet mignon at 3 different restaurants on property, and I will say my man Griffin over at Le Cellier killed it. He was the best. He was definitely the best of all. I thought Tapanito, but they let it sit too long after they cut it up. When he sliced it up, it looked good right there, and he let it simmer on the grill for a while, and it was kind of well done. I also had the filet at Be Our Guest. Wasn't quite as well done there. I will say that I'm trying to figure out how Be Our Guest actually had medieval restrooms. They had some kind of a plumbing issue when you were in there. And it was funny because I went in to use the restroom and I was like, like went and said something to my wife, and my daughter went to go to the restroom, and they found out, they closed them. And I don't know what was going on, but man, it was bad. Whatever happened was bad. It was bad. Because
I didn't even know Be Our Guest even had filet.
They do, yeah. It was the also you have your choice. So they had scallops, they had filet. I want to say they got to have a vegan choice or a plant-based.
I know they have like a pork chop.
Yes, they did. That was an option, but it was really good. No knock on it. I actually got the artisanal meats and cheeses for my appetizer. I didn't think it was that great. My wife loved the salad. They put like hazelnuts on them or something like that. She said it was one of the best salads she ever ate, which it's kind of an odd thing to rave about.
Did you get the gray stuff?
So they do a dessert trio now. So yes, they did the little chip cup, but it's about that big, and it's got the gray stuff in it. They did a macaroon, and then they did like some kind of a liqueur in dark chocolate with a little hazelnut on that. So they did the trio. I'm not a macaroon guy. I ate the other two. Gray stuff was by far the best. The white chocolate was a little bit much. It was actually too much. I didn't eat the whole cup because it was very rich. I will say that I was taken aback by having a 2-hour dining experience because it wasn't that relaxing for me. Ordinarily, like if I wasn't at a park, I'd have no problem having a 2-hour meal. But when I'm in a theme park, I don't know that I want to spend 2 hours on a meal because I've got other stuff I want to do. It was really good. And Tapanito was probably close to an hour and a half, maybe not quite, but close to it. But that takes a little time. I will say this: if you're used to going to like a Benihana or some of the other hibachi places, you need to read the menu. Because like typically when you go to a place like that, you get salad and soup. They've got fried rice, or like they do a shrimp appetizer. You're used to that kind of stuff, and you get there and you have to pay for shrimp appetizer. So like we ended up, oh, they're not doing shrimp. Can we add a shrimp? And then like I was expecting to get soup and salad. You could order it, but you only got one. So it was nothing bad about the restaurant. It's just because I wasn't reading the menu, because I go to Benihana a lot, and I was just, you kind of assume that you know what you're going to get, but you don't. The flavors were fantastic. I'll say that. I'm not used to not getting fried rice. But I got the steamed rice, and I just poured the ginger sauce in it, stirred it up. It was fantastic. Really good flavor. Like I said, I got the filet, and I got scallops, and I enjoyed that. I was not high on the sci-fi dine-in. I love the ambiance and all that. The food was disposable, and it was almost like it could have come from the commissary next door.
Yeah, I think it's more the experience.
It's totally the experience. And I got a milk, so I got a milkshake because I felt like that went with the drive-in theme, and the milkshake was really good. It could have been.
Did you get the peanut butter?
No, I just went
for
vanilla.
PB&J.
No.
Oh, okay.
No. And I got I think I like a close. So I got some kind of a sandwich. I can't remember what it was. I think my wife got a burger, and my daughter got the chicken strips, and it was okay. It was fun to do it. I really liked the atmosphere, but as far as the food goes, I don't know that I would go there again. We ended up canceling going to Animal Kingdom to do the Tonga toast. My wife started to kind of get sick, so she wanted to have a sleep-in day, because we had planned on, before our last day going to Epcot, we were going to run up there, and we decided to just chill, take a slow morning. But the nice thing that worked out, we ended up getting on the walk-up list for the Rose and Crown, and so we ended up having an early lunch at Rose and Crown. I got the fish and chips, which were amazing. I don't know if you guys are into that. I like the malted vinegar, and
I love fish and chips.
Fish and chips.
I'm gonna try the plant-based one. I'm really intrigued on it.
It's good.
But three big pieces of cod. It wasn't. It was a nice portion. I mean, I think it was.
Hey, you got 3?
Yeah, I got 3.
Dang, you got lucky. Normally it's like 2.
Well, so it wasn't. We didn't go to the shack. We went in and sat down in the restaurant.
Oh,
we didn't go to the fish and chips.
I've never done that one.
Because I think it's more, because it was $25 for the lunch. So that's probably why you got 3. So we actually got 2 lunches, and my wife and daughter split a lunch, and then I had one for myself, because that's the kind of guy I am. The other thing that really was outstanding, I'm skipping, like I said, my thoughts aren't totally put together. The floats. I got the half note float in America. Have you guys seen that? It's at the place where it's at that stand where they have the drumsticks, not the barbecue place, but there's like a little stand out front.
Yeah.
It's a new drink. I think it's new. It's the half note float, and it's got like some vanilla ice cream. It's got some other flavors. It feels like it's got a little icy going on in there. It's got a little piece of chocolate. I think it's soul themed. It is freaking awesome. Get that. I got the I Lava You drink in Adventureland. I don't know if you've seen that. It's got pop rocks on it, but it's, man, you guys kill it with that. And then of course I did get a Peter Pan float. So there's all kinds of refreshing beverages around those parks. And I did get a rum Dole Whip, which,
yeah,
right. Come on. How do we not have those? I don't get it. You guys, I think that's the alcohol thing at Disneyland, that they don't do that. Well, now can you get the rum Dole Whip at Magic Kingdom, or is it only at Animal Kingdom?
Only at Animal Kingdom.
Yeah, you can't. They don't serve alcohol in Magic Kingdom, right?
Well, only at the restaurants. So like Jungle Skipper and Be Our Guest, you can get alcohol. But not. What's that?
My daughter did point out that I drank every day on vacation. So I don't know who's counting, because I wasn't. Man, we had a really good time. Like I said, I'll put together some thoughts. I will say I felt like it's just a different atmosphere from being a Disneyland person, and it might be because I went for an extended period of time on vacation. Might have made it seem a lot different as well, but just a good time. It was really fun. We're gonna go to Disneyland this Sunday. It'll be fun to look at Disneyland through that lens of having just been to Magic Kingdom again. So it's always fun to kind of compare. So anyway, it was a good time. Like I said, I'll think about some more thoughts, and I actually have a couple notes for some topics. But first, I wanted to ask you guys a trivia question.
Wait, hold on. Before you go to the trivia question, you guys, I can't believe none of you guys said this. We all met each other.
Oh, I know. I got that. I got that in the topics.
Oh, my
I got
bad.
that. I got the meetup in the topics. Yeah. So Monday night, we can go there.
Yeah.
Monday night. So Irv, I was in the park all day, and I was already telling Irv that we were starting to grip because we could feel the vacation slipping away. And we're trying to do everything. And then Irv, he brought his brother and your niece were there, and you were absolutely killing it. I cannot believe how many, because there was a thunderstorm. You picked all the rides perfect order to not have the downtime. I got screwed. But they actually backed up the Mark Twain back to the dock after we took off. Who does that? Meanwhile, Irv's dodging lightning bolts on the mine train.
Yeah, I had pretty good time.
You guys crushed. I should have been on your hip, knowing that you would have all the hookup. And then Matt, you drove all over Orlando before getting out there, right?
Yeah, I had a lot of stuff to do before going. I had to return some shoes. I had to go to my parents' house. And then
you had to go back and get Laura, right?
Yeah, I had to go back and get Laura. Well, I mean, picking up Laura, that's like on the way to Disney. So that was no problem. But I mean, my parents live like 40 minutes away from where I live. So,
anyway, so you ended up getting to the park right about the time I was starting my 2-hour dinner.
Yeah, I think like right when, or like, yeah, like in the middle, because you had dinner at like 6. I think I got there around like 6:30 or 7. And then I got some corn dog nugs and just literally chilled out on the hub grass until fireworks started.
Yeah, so
that was when we all met up.
Yeah, so I was able to get down there and find you. Irv was on the way at that point. I think what we did, we took a selfie, and Irv's like, "I'm coming right now."
Yeah, I was like waiting to get on Splash, and then I saw that like, man, as soon as I get up, I'm gonna head that way. So like, we rode Splash, and I walked, met y'all guys down that way, and that was the most soaked I got on Splash in like 3 years.
I got drenched on Splash too.
Shirt was soaked. I was like, geez.
I wonder if they like up the, I guess, the soakness. Or
I was telling my wife, I go, "Oh, it's no big deal. You don't get as wet on the one at Magic Kingdom as you do in Disneyland." And we both got bombed.
Well, did the water level seem high to you, John? When I got in there, I was like, man, the water level seems high around the log.
Well, I can tell you that I was
probably because of the rain.
I was in the third row, and my daughter was behind me, and she had like a poncho, and so I duck. You get down there and it hits the water, and I put my head down, and I didn't. And I mean, from here, just completely soaked. I got full spray, and I was like, man, that's a lot. I was not expecting that much water, but I didn't care. I mean, honestly, I was dry in 20 minutes anyway, so. I mean, that's the other thing. I freaking was going around with a wet shirt every day. The first few days I didn't change. But I started the last few days, I brought like 3 shirts and I went through them every day. They were just drenched. So no, it was cool. Yeah, we got together in the hub, found a photo pass guy, got a few pics. Wasn't I mean, I know we originally were trying to meet up at a hotel or something like that. Just like I said, it's
yeah, that would have been way too much.
That would have been, it would have been really hard to try to work in. I mean, but no,
that was the first time I met Irv.
Yeah, first time.
Not me. Irv and I went way back. I'd known Irv for like 5 days.
Way back when.
Yeah, way back on what was that? Wednesday we met, I think. Yeah, Irv met me. We met in Starbucks on Main Street.
Yeah, and we was gonna watch the fireworks, and I thought it was gonna rain. So I was like, man, we're just gonna head out before it rains. And it ended up like not even raining. But yeah, me and John got to meet up at Starbucks, so that was cool.
Yeah. See, that's the third. I think that's the third or fourth time that Matt and I met.
Yeah.
Yeah, we actually had lunch at Lamplight when he came out one time. I booked a reservation, and we met at Lamplight. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that. Yeah, you ordered a Stella.
Yeah,
And
and they didn't
then
have
it
it.
turned out they didn't have stuff.
I know. Yeah, I remember what I ended up getting. I got something else, but yeah. No, I know their menu a little bit better now. Yeah, no, that was good. It was good to meet you guys. I'm glad we got to do that. So now you guys come on out. Although because of my night in Denver, I did get a voucher from the airlines. So, if there's a Christmas party, that might be on the table. I'm sleeping on our couch, but I might.
It's cool, man.
The
The kids get you in the morning, but outside of that,
I don't care. I don't care about that. So, all right. So I had a cast member give me a trivia question. And so I want to see if you guys know this, because he said, I'm wondering if this is common knowledge and I just don't know, or if it was a extremely difficult question. So how many triangles are there on Spaceship Earth?
I have no idea.
I know there's a 9 in there.
There's not.
There's not a 9?
There's not a 9.
Oh, man.
Give me a ballpark. Just throw a ballpark out.
300,000. Too many.
Dude, that's too many.
300.
No.
Too little.
Matt, you got any thoughts?
1,500.
It's 11,324. So I thought that, like, the way he asked was almost like, you don't know that? I'm like, never really occurred to me.
I never even thought about that before.
No, but I will say that that is, I found myself looking at Spaceship Earth. Like, that was something, like, as I like, I don't like, although I did actually, I want to say around Magic Kingdom, you can actually see the castle from all the different lands. And Disneyland can't, it's so short, you can't see it from the other land. So it does stick out. But I found myself at Epcot, wherever I was, I'd look over and see if I could see Spaceship Earth, because it's definitely a unique thing to look at. I enjoyed seeing that. So all right, so that's next level trivia. We won't give that to any guests that come up. That guy was just being a smart ass. So anyway, all right, open topics. I was gonna start out with the Kicks at the Castle meetup with the open topics, but so now I want to ask you this, because really the reason you guys were there was for the fireworks, and it was the first time you guys got to see the fireworks in a year for both of you, right? So I wanted your take. How was it? How was it emotional? Irv, did you cry?
I cried, but
I need to know if you cried or not.
I cried, but I was with my niece, and that was the first time seeing it. And yeah, I'm already like an emotional guy.
So you watched it through the eyes of a child, which is a whole other thing.
Yeah, it's like one of my favorite things to do. Honestly, it's how, like, I told my story about how I fell in love with it. It's really like that route. So whenever I'm in that stage again, I'm holding her and I'm looking down at my kids, and I'm like, oh God, I'm singing too loud. Everybody looking at me. But
and while you're doing that, I'm riding Mine Train. I'm watching the fireworks from Mine Train.
Cool, man. That's dope. That's why, that's dope. That you can even have like so many different experiences around one thing.
Yeah, because I got off the train, and my wife was behind the castle, and so we sat with her, and we got to see the last 5 minutes of it in the castle. But as we were going up the first incline, fireworks were going off right above us. It was super cool. But Matt, how about you? How did you enjoy the show?
Man, it was so great. Like, I had like goosebumps like 10 different times. Yeah, my girlfriend was crying. I mean, it's been like over a year and a half since I've seen fireworks like that.
I get it.
Yeah, just being on the hub grass surrounded by people that were doing the same thing that you were doing, singing, and probably getting goosebumps and crying. Like, it was just like, the atmosphere was like, it honestly felt like Disney's back. Disney World's back.
Well, I can tell you, it was a bigger deal there than it is here. Now, like I said, I was at Disneyland for the first night of Mixed Magic, because they did the day before they were supposed to open. They opened it, and it was a kind of a surprise. I know some people said they knew, but it was a cool experience seeing that. So I get it, but it's definitely a bigger deal in Orlando. I don't think people here have that same feeling. How do you guys feel about the Epcot show? Do you guys? Is that
I haven't even seen it yet.
You haven't seen it?
Epcot Forever?
Yeah, I haven't seen Epcot Forever.
It's definitely a cute and good show. I mean, compared to Illuminations, I definitely say Illuminations. But I mean, what they got going on in the middle of the lake there for Harmonious,
That thing's an
I
eyesore.
just
I
I just
see out there.
I mean, it'll be cool. It'll be cool to see it when it's a fountain during the day and not just big blobs of steel.
yeah.
You know, when it's a fountain, it's going to take on a different look. But
I'm just excited for Harmonious, and I guess whatever, I don't even know what the new show is going to be called, or the special show that they're going to do for the 50th. But yeah, I'm just excited about all the new things that are coming to Disney World. Sure.
I know. So I had another take, or another item that I fell in love with at Disney World, and I wanted to know how you guys, if you utilize it, the Skyliner. Have you guys been on the Skyliner?
Yes, sir.
Like, where's that been on my life? Because I just want to tell you that when you're tired and you just closed a park and then you walk out and there's 4 buses worth of people in the stall that you're waiting in line for, and they're just loading people on, and it's 100% chance that I'm standing, not sitting. And there's always at least one overtired kid who's crying, who I do not blame the kid, because it's not the kid's fault. He didn't stay out till 11:30. His parents kept him out. So it's not the kid's fault, it's the parents' fault. But there's that kid that screams the entire bus ride back to the hotel. Versus the Skyliner, we watched the Epcot fireworks on the bridge between France and England, right where the exit to the Skyliner is. And all these people just start mobbing out there, because I think that's kind of a popular place. And with all those people going out, it didn't take us 6 or 7 minutes to get on, and we had to share with another family, but it wasn't a big deal. I mean, I just felt like we were back at the resort before we ever would have even looked at a bus. It was so nice to not have to, what time's the next bus coming? Am I going to be standing? Is there going to be a screaming kid? Is it, it was just, I rode the Skyliner 3 days. I enjoyed it every day. It was super nice. Especially in the morning, going to the parks, I mean, that's the thing. So I was at Caribbean Beach Resort, and I was in Jamaica, which is like the 5th of 6 stops. So when that bus gets there, you're like, okay, we got 14 people in front of me here. How much room's on the bus when it pulls in? Is the bus already full when it gets here? It's just like, just to walk over to to have that freedom to go walk over to the Skyliner, man. It was awesome. Awesome. So, and my wife's afraid of heights, and it wasn't even an issue, which was amazing.
Oh yeah, that's good.
So
yeah, Laura still won't go on it. She's terrified.
So is it better for, like, is it because she doesn't want to face backwards or forward? Because my wife actually found she was better off riding it backwards, facing away. And
I think it's the parts where it stops.
Yeah, my wife was not a fan. Not a fan.
Yeah. Where it just stops in like the middle of nowhere. But I think literally like that high up in the air.
Yeah,
that's what freaks her out.
And I get that, but man, it's just so convenient. It really was. I mean, I can't even tell you how convenient that was. It was, especially Hollywood Studios. You don't even have that turn like from our place. We actually walked to the Riviera stand and took that to Epcot, because we were kind of in the middle of that side. So we were kind of right in between the Caribbean Beach and the Riviera. So on the Epcot days, we walked to the Riviera station, and on the Hollywood Studio day, we walked to the Caribbean Beach station. And the Caribbean Beach is just one shot and you're there. They need to run that to Disney Springs. Like, I don't know how far that is, but I'm all in favor of them putting more Skyliner in, get more coverage. The last day I was there, I actually saw the monorail running when I was leaving, because I hadn't seen.
I think it is. Actually, I don't know if it's back up and running, but I did see that like the Epcot monorail is going to be running soon.
Yeah, no, when we were walking,
not already.
Yeah, when we were walking out of Magic Kingdom, the monorail, there were people on it, and it was headed towards the Contemporary. So I don't know if it was soft opening theirs for testing or whatever they were doing. The other thing I wanted to ask you guys about is I heard Magic Express is closing, or is going to stop at the end of the year. I cannot tell you how fantastic that service was this time. Like, I used it when I went 2 years ago, but like this time, I dragged all my bags up to the front from my room, which like On this one, I called the bell services, and on the day before, made an appointment. They came to my room at like 8:15, loaded up all my bags, threw them in the van, gave me a claim check. I didn't have to do nothing. They were super awesome. I just like, I don't know how. I mean, I went with 2 women, and we were there for 8 days. Yeah, we had 9 bags. It was crazy how much freaking luggage we had. Like, what are people going to do without the magic? They've got to have something coming, right? There's no way they discontinue that service and don't replace it with something.
Yeah.
Because man, they like, because they have it so dialed in, and it makes it so easy for the guests. I will say the Disney magic is in full effect. If anybody hasn't been there, like the resort, everybody, tell you what, man, I couldn't tell you if there wasn't a bad cast member. It was amazing. Like I said, I think that you can tell people really like their jobs. It's not the people there, they're not collecting a paycheck. They like what they're doing. You know what I mean? It was pretty great. Although it was weird going around Epcot and not having the people from the countries.
Yeah.
Right. You know, like Canada, and some of those shops weren't open. Like in the United Kingdom, a lot of the shops weren't open. I guess I guess it's right. You know, Corona's a thing in those countries, and is it visas not available or something? That's what someone was saying. Like the Canada Pavilion, almost nothing's open in the Canada Pavilion. They have like they have the restaurants open, and then there's like a little gift stand. It's not even a shop, it's just a stand, right? Cart.
I haven't even checked, honestly.
Yeah, there's just like a little cart. And what's funny is that, I mean, how many places? So it's like, seriously, there's a cart, and they've got like a little wall. It's got like, I don't know, 6 or 7 t-shirts. They've got some ears, they got some stuffed animals, and then they got like a cooler full of beer. so it's hilarious. They had like Labatt's and a Molson, and so,
Speaking of the cart, I did try the maple popcorn for the first time, and that stuff is fire.
I didn't try the
It's
maple.
probably like one of my new favorite snacks. It's so good.
I didn't try it, man. You know, the one thing I still didn't get is I didn't get the tachos. I was supposed to get tachos this time, and I did have breakfast at Woody's Lunchbox one day. That was on my shoe cop day, but I was supposed to go back and get tachos, and I didn't. I don't know what happened.
I feel like it's too hot for tachos right now.
Yeah. What did we do? We ended up going to Oga's Cantina. We had a couple rounds of drinks at the cantina, and I got their charcuterie plate too. That was actually pretty good. It's a little weird. I think there's spam on it. I'm not sure. Like have you had it there? It's a little weird looking.
Never had. I didn't even know they had charcuterie there.
Yeah, I don't remember what they call it. They don't call it that. They call it something else, but it's charcuterie. But yeah, we had a couple rounds of drinks. And you know what's funny? Nowhere in Disney World do you have to wear masks except for on the bus and the Skyliner. And
yeah,
I find that I don't understand. I mean, I'm one of those people. I don't care if someone wants me to wear a mask. I'll put it on. It doesn't bother me. I don't have any, like, I'm not offended by being asked that. I just find it weird that like I can be in the stretching room at the Haunted Mansion with 50 people and not have to wear it, but I was in a Skyliner cart by myself when I was asked to put it on, you know, and I did, but it's just weird. I don't get it.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's just weird. Like the bus, the same thing. And the other thing is, it's like the bus drivers, they've got boxes of masks there. I mean, because I know a lot of people friggin' lose them or didn't even bring them. But they make it super easy for you. But I just find it weird that you don't have to wear them anywhere but those, you know, Magic Express, and then the resort buses, or I'm assuming the boats. Do they make you wear it on the boat transportation?
Well, we rode the friendship boat today across Epcot, and they didn't make us put a mask on. So I guess not on the boats. Well, the boat they didn't say anything to me. Nobody had a mask on.
Oh, the one that goes from the land pavilion over to Morocco.
Yeah,
I rode that one too. I didn't have to wear masks there. My wife likes boat rides where if there's a boat to get on, she's on it. We're hitting all those. So anyway, I don't know how long we've been going, but I think we're probably at a good spot to wrap up here, guys. Feels like it's getting late, and I'm losing it. Need some sleep. Once again, man, it's good chatting with you. It was good meeting you guys in person, man. I'll try to organize my thoughts a little better about my trip, because there were definitely a lot of highlights I didn't get to. Anyway, thanks to everybody for listening. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, leave reviews. check out the YouTube. My man Matt's got some good stuff going on over there. We really appreciate all the support. We did get our first review on Apple. I won't spoil it for you guys. Let you go read it yourself. If the listeners could leave us a couple more, that'd be great. But it's nice, the kind words that were left there for us. I appreciate that. We are Kicks at the Castle. You can follow us on Instagram, and don't forget to use the hashtag Kicks at the Castle and tag us in your Disney Fit Pics. My name is John. You can find me on Instagram at Weekends with Walt. Irv, where can everybody find you?
Main Street Dad on Instagram. Come watch my stories and hear me sing.
There we go. And Matt, how can the people find you?
You can find me at the Disney Hype Beast and hit me up on TDHB Shop for some shoes.
All right. Thank you. That was episode 11, and we are out.
There's this.